Okay, I'm going to pick up just a few spares. These are the main cleanouts for the building. Main sewer cleanouts for the building. And, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but we got some very suspicious drainage over there. And again, on this siding, we come down here on these butt seams that weren't done properly and all that, but look at the drainage plane changes and the color of the effluents that are leaking out changes, and it looks just a little more organic. What kind of staining is that? I don't want to keep saying that it's rodent staining, but when you see holes like this in the soffit, it's just something that I can't rule out. So I think there's a pretty good rodent issue going here. Trees should not be closer than 25 feet to a structure. I know this is the only tree that you got, so there's probably going to be some sentimental value attached to that. I get that. This is the electric service panel over here. The home faces east, and so the electric meter's around the corner, and we've got a whole video for these. Our water heaters here in the closet. It's 9 years old. They last about 10. I'm going to have some installation issues going on here, and obviously we've had a water event in here, and that included some rotting, and this rotting is kind of interesting because water will rot wood. It sure will. But that's not the only thing that'll rot wood, or damage wood. It could be. I'm not saying that it was termites. I'm saying I can't tell. That's what I'm saying. Coming along over here. All around here. See the way the paint, the pattern. Okay, nobody can tell. But that doesn't look different. It doesn't look different than a termite. Termite damage could have been back there eating the paint, causing the surface to collapse, and then they got repainted and retextured. That is one possibility. When you got paint that's peeling like this, it usually means that you got poor ventilation, okay, or water, because I can see some water stains in here. So obviously we've had water, and this is some of that. See that brown stains coming right through there? See right in there? We've had some things going on here. You want to speak out. You want to reach to your homeowners association. Most of your roof covering looks like this. So once we get to this big girder across here, all of this popcorn, all right, I don't know what's in it. It could be asbestos. It doesn't have to be, but I am aware that asbestos is in a lot of this type of textured painting. And so if you're okay with that encapsulation, painting over it, that's viable to the to those people that make those kinds of decisions, to the EPA. And if not, treat it like it was asbestos. There's no sense in testing it. Just wear a mask, scrape it all off, bundle it up, take it to the hazardous waste site. Should be free in Dallas. It's over off of Plano Road, over by the railroad tracks in Garland. Aqua stripes, white building, and just say, I think this is asbestos, and they'll get your driver's license. They'll take it for free, and then vacuum, damp mop, vacuum again, repaint before you let Junior come over, or Juniorette. This is not a child's play zone when you're doing that. That's the same way you're going to handle this unidentified organic substance in here. Also, it's less than 10 square feet. There's no sense in, go ahead. I'd never stop you from testing this. I'd never stop you from testing that. I'm not telling you not to. I'm just saying that it's not a very practical application. Just treat it as if it were and be done with it. And then the money you save on the testing will cover, you're going to wear a mask anyway. Okay, you're going to do it the exact same process. It isn't going to change. Coming on along this front door, the threshold sweep is torn. The doorbell does not work. And I've been here again and again and again, talking over and over and over again about the steps. And I wish I knew which meter it was. This receptacle outlet does not have electrical grounding. This electrical receptacle outlet does not have a cover, in-use cover, and it does not have electrical grounding. So far, those are the only two that I've found. But we're not through. We're lookers. We're lookers. This is the downstairs guest bedroom, office, study. I kind of like it. We've got some fogging windows. These windows are not new. They're double pane, aluminum frame. And we've got several fogging windows. I think I counted 9. We're losing daylight right now. Receptacle outlets are working. This is all fine. You shouldn't have a pull chain in a clothes closet. You shouldn't have a bare light bulb in a clothes closet. That's what we have here. We have what we shouldn't have. It was okay when this home was built. It was okay. Come over to my house. My house is built in 1964. My house is not for sale. You shouldn't have to live like me. Okay, this is the downstairs bathroom. Hot's on the left, cold's on the right. So this is the weird thing. That's the fan. All right. Now we got lights and lights. One of our luminaries is burned out right there. Usually the fan switch is over here. Technically, it's really nothing wrong that I'm aware of. But just that's what most conscientious people do in a good and workmanlike manner. And again, kind of boring. Boring is good. I'm gonna miss a little bit of trim here, It's close to quitting time. There's a lot of package stores around here, I'll just say that. We've got 3 smoke alarms, no carbon monoxide alarms. If a house has an attached garage or a fireplace it should have carbon monoxide alarms. You got smoke alarms in the common living areas. You should have smoke alarms inside of all 3, inside of the bedrooms, inside of both of the bedrooms. This closet door going into the garage has been decommissioned. It now has a coat rack and a shelf. You can't use that. That's called a unique application. Unconventional application. Moving on along here, we got a little bit of storage underneath the stairway. The stairway, I've got a whole video. Well, I think it's another video. These stairs are too narrow. Am I through measuring them? Maybe not. They're too narrow. This handrail is not graspable. No, it's not. This is the end of the inspection, by the way. What is that? Really? 7 3/4. Okay, they're tall enough. Are they 10 inches deep? Barely 10 inches deep. Not quite 10 inches deep. This one's 10. How about that? But I come over here, I get 7 3/4. That's not good. They're supposed to be dimensionally uniform. They're not supposed to be that different than that. And then we go back up to 10. This is a short step. This handrail is not graspable. Okay? So people can't use that. I'd like to use it. I'm old. When you get an old home inspector, he's going to complain about these things. These stairs are not 36 inches wide. You're going to have trouble. You've got handicap-capable friends. This guardrail is not 36 inches high. Somebody could flip over that. Especially if you got some rowdy you've got friends. More than a 5-inch sphere can fit through here. A child could stick his head in here, squirrel down, and get out of here. This is 4 inches wide, too wide. This is graspable. This is not 36 inches wide. Moving on along, if a window is higher from the ground than 72 inches, it should not be closer to the floor than 24. Let's see. Okay. So we got a loose screen. Fogging. When the daylight was better, fogging. I'm counting 5 fogging windows. The glazing strips are pretty bad. It's time to budget. We've already gotten some new windows. Check that out. Fireplace, got a whole fireplace deal. The hearth extension is less than 24 inches. It draws air from the living space. I don't think I mentioned that. Okay. These are casement windows. Have I played with these? I don't think I have played with this one. This one doesn't seem familiar. Wake up. Okay. So these casement windows, they're not fogging. They got screens on them and stuff. How about that? I see some blue tape. People have been painting. Moving on along. This is a waterproof vinyl floor covering. It's very popular right now. It is the bee's knees right now. You see these in a lot of multi-housing applications and in new homes. Especially like, for example, a First Texas or a Heritage Homes. And both of those companies make nice, expensive homes, but they also, they try to fill all segments of the market. And so what we call our starter segments, where people are building families and careers, you see this type of material a lot. Again, you see it in a lot of retirement communities as well that are being constructed. I've been working with a architect for some single family homes and doing punch outs, and I just, everywhere I turn, this is the new stuff. Come on, you gonna close it for me? Alright. See, that window doesn't match these windows. It needed to be replaced, and so they did. And it's good. It's a nice window. Moving on along. Coming in here, this is our pantry. Oh, I don't remember you. Why is it so hot in here? I got the warming center on hot. I need to turn that off. I got it with a... Is that what you're doing to me? I had the oven on hot. You're going to clear off? Okay. I'm getting lost. I'm getting sidetracked. Okay, that's fine. All these receptacles are GFCI protected. And that's a good thing. Now the receptacles for the dishwasher and the garbage disposal, the half horsepower garbage disposal, are not GFCI protected. And by today's standards, they would be. You're not supposed to have an air return vent in the kitchen. I'm over here cooking, I'm burning up some lasagna. It comes into this vent, it gets rebroadcast, redistributed all throughout the house. Now, when you fry up some bacon fish, you're known as the bacon fish family. So, coming on along, this microwave, okay, if I had the manufacturer's instructions, do I? Make a liar out of me. Let's see what we got here. Electric range. We got some more instructions. Inquiring minds want to know. No, those are just electric range instructions. Here's a nice thing for it. You see it says that you have an anti-tip device? This range does not have an anti-tip device. It does not have that little handle right there to keep that from happening. Okay. Alright, if I had the instructions for this, code says, this is circulating by the way, code says that the corner of this should be any closer to the corner of this than 24 inches, and it is. But certain manufacturers say that this corner shouldn't be any farther than 30 inches, and a lot of times they're like 35 inches. So in most cases, this actually meets the manufacturer's listed specifications. UL listing. Manufacturer's listed specifications supersedes code. Most likely this microwave is not too close to the cooktop. I cannot prove otherwise though, so I'm going to call it too close to the cooktop. Okay, now when this building was built, it was just a baby in the builder's belly. They didn't have interior finishes reveal party. And what I'm saying about that is like they didn't know what was going to be happening with, out here for example, we knew that all the outlet boxes were installed out far enough so all this fits nice and snug. When we come in here, this splashback comes out this far, and it creates these gaps around all of these receptacle outlets. And they sell these things called extenders or spark suppressors. I heard a code inspector call that one time, and he sounded pretty smart to me. And tradespeople, they're smart enough. They call them goof rings, and they cost about $2 a piece. So that's 4, 8, 12, 16 for $20. Yeah, they're gonna charge you more than that. They're gonna charge you tax. That's how they get you. But for about $20, this could have all been made right. And I've got a picture of that. I like to do a video every once in a while. But bad planning. Bad planning. I don't always plan the best. I'm putting a rag in here because you're not supposed to run a microwave, unless it's not under some kind of pressure. I'm supposed to heat something up. That's my rules. And then I have magic lights. This is a dog and pony show. I got this thing because I was the smartest guy in class at some association meeting thing, and I won a magic light. Supposedly, that blinks on and off to prove that the microwave is operating properly. Can you believe that? Well, I've been having some fun with it, so we just go start, and it moves around. And look at that. That is, you might as well just go home now. Just put the report in the desk. You don't need it. That's the star of the show right there. That's the star of the show. Let's do that again. Cancel. Cook time. 10. Start. Are you gonna? It goes back the other way. Are you gonna blink for us? It's not. It blinked. Man. I know it works. And I know it blinked a little bit. And like I said, a dog and pony show. I don't know what it really proves. So where the refrigerator goes, by today's standards, we have a GFCI because it's closer than 6 feet to the water. Okay? Dishwasher, food waste disposal, and the electric oven for that matter, within 6 feet, this should be GFCI protected. It's not. Food waste disposal, half horsepower, should be GFCI protected, and it's not. Dishwasher should have an electric service disconnect. It's probably behind it. Should have GFCI protection. It does not. And it does not have an anti-siphon loop. Look at that. See all that piping wadded around there? That is not an anti-siphon loop. That is a roller coaster. So all this dirty water, the barometric pressure pushing all this dirty water down here, go in this roller coaster, whee, go around and around and around, and come to a stop over here, ready to go again. And they'll push it back up, just like yeah, they will. I get a picture of that. That's my method. All right. Now, what this is hillbilly home inspection. This is a foul line, F-O-U-L. That's how we spell it, pronounce that. It's where all the cooties hide. The germs and the bacterium and the viruses. That's all that hides. And your realtor's gonna say, just put a little bleach under there and you'll be alright. And you can do that. You can do that. I've yet to have a client, honestly, that called me back and said, hey bud, thanks for catching that foul line, man. It's been great. It might have happened. I'd like to hear about it. But it hasn't happened, and I doubt I'll hear about it. But anyway, here's another thing. See those things right there? Those are called sticks. Those are called sticks. Oh, here we go. Check this out. Oh, we did a bonanza here. Oh my goodness. Bear with me. Is this what I think it is? The manufacturer thinks that you should use these brackets to hold it up there instead of these sticks. That's what the manufacturer thinks. How about that? Who would have imagined? I'll put that back. I'm going to make a separate video for that. Huh. Alright, let's keep on going. We're goers. Moving on. This is our utility closet. We spent some time in here. Coming along, this is the primary bedroom. Last week, this was the parents' bedroom. Got some lights. There we go. Last week was the parents' bedroom, and I said, oh, because parents thing. And okay, the week before it was called the master's bedroom. And we're like, wow, that's not very good. And the week before that it was called the master bedroom. Owner's bedroom. Excuse me. The week before it was owner's bedroom. I said, that's not very good. I said, what's the master bedroom? And somewhere along the line, people said, well, that's probably not the right thing to call it. So then they called it the owner's bedroom. They said, that's not a lot better. And then they said it was the parents' bedroom, and that upset everybody. And so that's getting us to, this is the primary bedroom. This is the closets right here. This is the windows. Some of them are fogging. Our skylights are articulate. I don't have a pole to get up there, but apparently if you got a pole and a latch, you can raise those things and get some ventilation in there. That's what I hear. And we got this. Okay. I've already been here. People are just texting me to death. I don't see any cars out there. Okay. What is this? That's a light going up to the study upstairs. Okay, that's my wife telling me that she's anxious for me to get home. Okay. Also, she's anxious because she's got a bad tooth. And that's kind of bad. All right, so we got a big hole right back here. Okay, and the hot and the cold are reversed in this bathtub. I kind of like the way they got the brick pattern going vertical there. That's a unique application. GFCI. Now this one's a little different than the others. For the most part, they're boring. But you see those little silver plates around the water supply lines? We don't have them over here. We're missing our escutcheon plates over here. We sure are. So that's the way it happens. Got another skylight, and none of them look like they're broken. Okay, that's a good thing. None of them look like they're broken. And we're going to move right on along. And I've got one thing to do before this is all said and done, is I am going to revisit the laundry with a special tool to see if we got some power so you can dry your clothes. Too narrow. Too wide, too big. Coming on along. It's pretty nice up here. And over those crank windows. How about that? I cannot lock this door. It's fogging too. It's nice and smooth up here. Got a lot of acorns and stuff. Our pipes are kind of, you think water can get to yours? I do. This is some shingles right up there. Some of this is going to be redundant. You're going to see this in the next video, or you saw it in the video before. So this is going to happen. But this side we got shingles, and this side we got flashing. It's like somebody's been doing some repairs up here. I think this roof covering has about had it. And I think the homeowners association, we do not have a vacuum breaker for that faucet. It's leaking. You might want to deal with ask the homeowners association about plans for the exterior upgrades, including the grading and drainage, including the roof covering, including the siding. The registers are on the floor down here, and that kind of goes together, but that's about it. In case you don't know, if you haven't figured this out by the daylight, by my impatience, me flying through this, if you haven't got enough clues, this is this is going to be earlier on in the inspection report. This is the last video that I am doing today. So this is the time when I'd like to say thank you very much, my dear client, for your trust in your business. Those things mean the world to my family and I. And so thank you very much for that. And you know, if you can leave me a good Google review, I'm a small businessman. I can handle that. I appreciate that too. Now, this is to my client. This is to anybody. I'll talk to anybody about home inspections. It's not like I don't know how to talk. I pretty much figured out that I like to talk. Alright? But if my client has any questions about this property, please reach out to me. Call me. I'll see if I can find you an answer. It might be in the report. It might take some research. I might have to reach out, but let me know.